Hey guys, what's up? It's Kendall again, and welcome back to Tarot Tuesday. We are in a different location today because I'm dog sitting for my sister. So we're gonna chill in her kitchen because the guy is cutting the lawn, so you might hear him too, but this is the best spot for right now. Welcome in. If you're new to my Tarot Tuesday series, we go over every single tarot card in the complete deck of tarot. If you want to see my other videos, go ahead and go over to my Tarot Tuesday playlist. You can find all of my explanations of the card over there. But today we are doing the Queen of Cups. So let's dive into it. As we look at the Queen of Cups itself, we can see that our queen is sitting on her throne, but she's on land, but she's on the water too. So the ocean is coming in and it's almost coming in waves, going out, just like they would on a typical ocean you go to. And honestly, what this means is that the water is always going to represent emotions in the emotional realm, especially as we've seen in the Cup series. It all has to do with our emotions. So she is overall just compassionate and loving and logical with her emotions. She is not quick to feel one thing or the other. She is very logical about her emotions and she understands her own emotions herself. So she is one of the most loving and compassionate cards that could come through. But what's important is to remember that emotions are meant to be felt and not held on to. That is what I always tell my people that I read for when I see the Queen of Cups, is that there's this big, compassionate, loving energy, and we realize that emotions are meant to be felt and not held on to. So when we see the Queen of Cups in a love reading, it's exactly that. This is someone in your life or you yourself who feels compassionate. They are loving. They are a strong person that you can go to rely your emotions on. This could be a partner in your life, or you could be that partner to your significant other. It's just a really good place for them to confide in or just express emotions with, because you or they are completely compassionate and understanding when it comes to emotional conversations. As we know, in relationships, emotion is the biggest playing factor, and the Queen of Cups is where we really develop this deep feeling connection for another person. And this is what's shining through. So as you pull this with other context cards, you can really come to say that, like, our Queen of Cups is showing you that you have a deep emotional connection with somebody and that they also experience compassion and love and independent emotional intelligence from you as well. Because you or this person can be so grounded in their emotions and they know how to let them flow through them. This is the only thing keeping it from being a King of Cups, is that we need to be careful of how that emotional realm is used. We need to make sure that someone does not become dependent upon us because we are so emotionally level. And we also don't want to wear ourselves out by always being emotionally available for someone's dumping ground. So usually when I see this card come out, it's usually an indicator that, like, you are probably someone, or whoever you're reading about is someone that a lot of people feel comfortable to opening up and having vulnerable conversations with. And as you can probably guess, that can become emotionally exhausting if it's a constant thing. So the Queen of Cups is just reminding you that, like, if that's how this card is representing to you, just remember that you too can set boundaries in the emotional realm. When we see our Queen of Cups in a career reading, this just means that your career is feeling good. Not only does your career support you financially, but emotionally it feels good too. This could also point to others seeing you or having someone in the workplace that feels compassionate about the things that you do as well. So this is just really good connections at work. This is being a role model in the workplace. This is being that level-headed person when it comes to emotional responses in the workplace. Possibly people feel psychological safety with you. So this is a really great opportunity to look intrinsically when we're looking at career readings with the Queen of Cups, because it really means that, yeah, we feel good in our career path, but, like, we are compassionate and loving and we actually care about what we do as well. And when we see the Queen of Cups in a financial read, this means that you probably are feeling moved to use your finances for the better good. This could be charity, this could be buying the person's coffee behind you or something. It just means that you're feeling very compassionate and just loving and giving with your finances right now. But when I see my Queen of Cups in reverse, this is where I always say, feel your emotions, do not hold on to them. They are meant to be felt, not held on to, because when we hold on to an emotion, they become a part of us and they control our reactions to everyday things around us. So whether it's your love life, career path, or finances, this could end up being end up developing into being a clingy lover, into holding on to aggression towards your partner because you've been arguing about something that you need to just let go. This could also be emotional exhaustion at work, taking on everybody's problems at work and trying to fix it and be the all. It's taking on too much in the emotional realm in your workplace. This is also rejecting your own emotional health, whether it's in a relationship, your career, your finances. If you are rejecting your own emotional health, things are going to decline. If you are stressing yourself out by going to work and working 80-hour work weeks, stressing about everybody else and what they're doing, if you are taking on too much in the relationship where you are always the dumping ground for your partner, that is emotional stress, and it's going to overall negatively affect your emotional health. So overall, that pretty much covers the Queen of Cups. She's pretty quick to go over. What I want you to remember is those waves expressing the water of emotional realm coming and going. And someone who has their emotions in check are able to do so in a healthy way where they know when to be compassionate and loving, and they know when to kind of sit back and process emotions and also be super independent in their emotional realm. So remember this as we lean into the King of Cups next week, because that is the next and final card that we are going over in this series. I will see you over there. That's going to do it for today, guys. I will see you in the next one. Love ya.